Hello, my beautiful people. I am Angie, owner of Syncerely Beautiful. Thank you so much for listening to this video today. If you don't know who I am, I actually have been in the beauty industry for almost 20 years now. Seems like such a long time. But I focus on healthy hair care. I am a natural hair specialist, and I also work with prevention and slowing down hair loss for men and women. I'm a licensed cosmetologist, an esthetician. I'm also a certified hair loss practitioner and a formulator. And soon I will be a trichologist, which is somebody who studies and focuses on hair loss prevention. So today, let's dive into essential oil blends. That's what we're going to be learning about today. How to use essential oils on your natural hair. What exactly are essential oils? That's the first thing we're going to dive into today. When you have essential oils, it's taking plant extracts, and it's the best part of the plant, and that's the thing that's going to benefit your hair the most. A lot of times people don't realize with essential oils, there's things that you have to take care of it when you're storing it. So that's one of the first tips I'm going to give to you about using it. You want to make sure you keep those essential oils out of direct sunlight. Keep it in like your closet, something like that, so that it's in a darker place. That helps to make sure that the chemical composition is not going to be changing. Least amount of contact with the air. You want to make sure you're closing up those bottles. And when I'm talking about the bottles, most people are like, well, what's the difference between an essential oil and just a typical hair oil? Most essential oils, you're going to find them in like a bottle like this. And you think of like massage therapists, they kind of use those. These are the purest forms as possible. You do not want to use these on your skin just as it is. So that's the first other tip I'm going to give you. I guess that would be the second tip, huh? So with that, you're actually wanting to dilute those. You're going to dilute them in a carrier oil or your base oil. When you see oils like this is actually one of the ones I use mainly. It's avocado oil. It's a clear see-through, almost like water, and that's going to help to penetrate through your hair. But you're going to put those essential oils into your actual base oil so that you can properly put it into your hair for penetration. So usually when I give people advice as a formulator, I am typically telling you have to work with measurements. When people are telling you put a drop here, a drop there, each essential oil is going to be different. So I actually tell people you want to use a scale, but when you're doing calculations for what you're using, no more than 1%. And that's a very small amount. So like when you're using these oils, if you're using way too much of it, you're going to find that you're going to have some irritation in your skin, or you might actually cause hair loss or problems in your hair that you may not have had before. So keep that in mind when you are going through and picking your oils itself. So essential oils, just to overview, it's the purest intense form of a natural plant that you're going to put into your actual base oil. What are the benefits? The benefits of using essential oil is you're going to have a healthier scalp. You're going to have hair that is more shiny, more moisturized. And a lot of the essential oils that you have are meant for turning over the scalp. So like, for example, tea tree. Tea tree is great for preventing dandruff. Tea tree is great for stimulation. So if you have issues like that, I always tell people you can put together a great recipe for your actual oils that you're putting into your hair. A lot of people like lavender for the relaxation of it, but lavender also can help with stimulation of the scalp. I use a lot of oils like basil. Basil helps with hair growth, helps with stimulation as well. And there are some essential oils that cause anti-inflammatory or reduce the swelling of the scalp. So do your research. You actually want to look up the oils that you're trying to put in. Don't just go by what you're hearing the biggest influencer talk about. So you want to make sure that these oils are going to benefit you for what you're trying to do. What's your goal? We talk about hair goals all the time, but I talk about scalp goals, and the essential oils kind of work together. So start off by getting a recipe together for you and that recipe itself is going to help to benefit your hair. So research your oils, look together, and kind of put the pieces together that you want for your hair benefits. How often do you want to use it? I'll tell people all the time, it has to do with what's going on with your hair. Weekly oil treatments are great. If you go on to my website, I'll put a link in the description down below for you guys to take a look for. But like, this is one of my essential oil blends. It actually is called Essential Worker, and it's a more intense blend. I recommend my clients to use that weekly. They mix it in with their conditioners, they put it on their hair directly as an actual steam treatment. That's a great one to use. But if you are someone that has like a scalp disorder or scalp condition, I have a lighter weight essential oil blend. It's called Everyday People. And that one is a mixture of lightweight oils that I recommend you to leave on your hair and your scalp to promote shine, to promote the cell turnover. And so it all depends on what your goals are. If you're focusing on it for your actual scalp, I'm going to have a demonstration showing here that you guys can kind of see how you do some scalp massage, but you use those essential oil blends to help with your scalp. If you're using it as a weekly treatment, I'll also show a demonstration for you. Somewhere over here probably is where it's going to show. But I will show a demonstration of how's the best way to do that steam treatment for you using a nice towel, and it will hopefully show you an overnight transformation to your hair just using that lightweight oil blend. So weekly is what I recommend for the more intense essential oil blends. Daily if you have a scalp order that you are trying to change. And then some people will typically do about a monthly mask, and you can use your essential oil blends in there as well. So that's one of the great ways of how you can actually use these essential oil blends. So lastly, I always talk about the dangers, because sometimes too much of anything is never a good thing, but there are some dangerous things. If you are using essential oil blends that are too intense, you can oftentimes find that you get a headache because those essential oil blends are a little bit toxic. So make sure when you're blending your oils, you're doing it in an open atmosphere, lots of ventilation going on before. You, of course, do not want to ingest, meaning please do not eat your essential oils, okay? Definitely, I told you guys about the light sensitivities because it can change it. So you don't want to store your essential oils in your bathroom where humidity can get to it. You don't want to actually, keep it in your windowsill. Those kind of things are factors that can change those essential oils that you're using, and it can become dangerous for you. People talk about making a hot oil treatment and they're mixing the water with the oil together. At that point, you can actually introduce bacteria into the product that you just made. So those are the little factors that a lot of people don't go into, where you can actually create something dangerous when you're just trying to do something good. So those are little things that you think about. I love answering questions. So I would love, can you guys comment below? Tell me what kind of oils you're using. Tell me what kind of things you've tried. Maybe even if you want to know about some recipes. I would love to hear from you. Oh yeah, make sure you like the video if you like what I'm doing and what we can talk about a little bit more. But definitely, like I said, keep those things in mind when you're actually using your essential oils. You want to put it on clean hair. You want to make sure that you are intensifying the treatment using steam or a heat towel. And like I said, I'm going to show a couple of clips of how I actually use them on my clients. And then how frequently you use it is how quickly you're going to get results. Be patient with your hair. You have to love your hair. I will say there's not a texture that I haven't liked working with. So every texture can benefit from a nice essential oil treatment. But you have to know what you're doing with it, okay? So hopefully you guys like what you're seeing. Please follow me. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I think it's something with that bell that you have to do too, so you get notified when I put up new videos. But I'll be trying to share more content with you on a regular basis. If you have any questions, you can email me as well. I'll put all of that information in the description. And going forward, if you yourself have had some experiences with essential oils that you've been using, let me know. I love to hear the stories. All right, you guys, I am Angie, owner of Syncerely Beautiful. Thanks for tuning in.